Okay. So, good evening, all. So, formally, uh, on the behalf of Code Metric Society, Research Society in Thapar. So, this is the expert talk on the topic Numer.ai. So, I formally welcome Reyyan Ahmed. So, Reyyan is a Thapar alumni. He just got graduated last year, and his domain expertise is cybersecurity. Presently, he's working as IC3 Hub, IT Kanpur. So, Ryan, it's over to you. So, please introduce yourself, more skills, and your short journey at Thapar. So, please start.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, guys. So, I am Reyyan, as sir told you about me. I was in COE at Thapar and I graduated last year. And my major was cybersecurity. And then I formulated my way into AI and machine learning as well. So, while my time in Thapar, Rana sir was my mentor and he has taught me everything that I know till date and he is still teaching me. So I hope you guys are enjoying your time at Thapar with him under his tenure. So I would like to know about what do you know about data science or cryptocurrency in general? Do you guys have any idea?
You can write your answer in the chat, and you can also unmute yourself. Yes, class, a short question.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Hi.
Uh, this is Rahul Radwal from COSC, basically Data campus. What I know about data science is that basically you use data to find patterns and use it further to train models.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Ikansha says that I don't have any idea about cryptocurrency data science involves processing patterns and predictions from data. Turns raw data into predictions and okay. So you guys have a little bit of a, idea about data science, but not about cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency, yeah, as Rama Sharma says, is another form of currency like Dogecoin and all. So yeah, cryptocurrency is basically uh, a form of digital currency which you don't have in the real world, but it is virtual and it is coded. So there is a chain which you call blockchain, and there are computations and there are calculations which, when get updated, there is a currency form. The most popular form of cryptocurrency is Bitcoin, which you must have heard about. Bitcoin is infinite quantity, right? So there is only so much that you can make, since the reason being why it is so expensive. So the topic today here is Numer AI. Numer AI is a data science competition, you can say, where all the leading data scientists gather around and then they use their own models which they have created, and that is put at stake where AI models are put into the trading ecosystem. Now you must ask, Acha, how many guys are familiar with the term trading? Or what do people mean by trading? Do you guys have any idea?
They just see the previous market patterns and invest in the stocks of the firms. Basically, this is the raw idea about trading.
Okay, okay, yeah. So trading here is different than trading in the normal markets, right? So the normal markets, which you guys know about, the stocks or the commodities, let's say stocks. The stock market is basically open from 9:30 to 3:30, right? But the cryptocurrency market goes on and on 24/7. It is never turned off. So here what they do is, if you go to everybody has this URL open in their laptops or computers. So if you go to the docs here, so here you'll see the introduction of Numer.ai about what they do. So basically what they do is they let you train over their own data. They'll provide their own data which will be obfuscated. If you can see here, this is an obfuscated form of data which they have been crowdsourcing from various data scientists from all over the world, right? So this will be used in training your own model. You can download this data, you can put it on your laptop or you can use it on your computer, and then you can download it. So the first thing I would want all of you to do is you go to this website and then you sign up, you make an account, and then we can continue from there. You can just raise your hand after you have created the account, so I'll know. While you're creating the account, you can just hear my voice and I'll tell you what it is, more about it. If we go to the leaderboard, here you'll see a list of data scientists who have been staking their model against currency. So you'll have skin in the game as well. Okay. So what does skin in the game means? So here it is. If you come to the top in the header, you'll see one NMR. NMR is Numer AI's own cryptocurrency, which they have themselves minted. And one NMR is equivalent to $10, equivalent to $10.05. So any data scientists who have made their own models and then have staked against NMR, which means the NMR will be traded by their models in the real markets. And that amount has been funded by the data scientists themselves. And how much they stake and how much the profit they are gaining from that stake is their own profit. Let's say if मैं तुम्हें बताता हूँ कि let's say ये $10 है and 1 NMR है, तो अगर किसी ने 1 NMR ही स्टेक पे लगाया कि they have their models and they have them trained कि आप 1 NMR को लेकर जाओ and then you trade it in the real market, and उस 1 NMR को वो 100 कर लेता है, let's say. So that is their own profit which they have gained by staking their own cryptocurrency and by creating their own model. So if you come here and in the leaderboard, you'll see at top this data scientist is there and his ensemble returns are here and he has staked around 256 NMR. And why is he on top? Because his his metrics are on top and not the stake. So if you'll come down, the second one has stake even more. And if you hover over here, you will see that in 3 months he has generated around 23.3% returns and then 84.2%. And then all time is 7,700 return. So it is more than you can think of at how much currency can explode. If you go to uh, Bybit, let's say. Bybit is another terminal where you can see how trading goes on. Like if you want to explore or if you want to see how trading is being done in cryptocurrency, you can visit this website. This is also very good. It is an open source terminal. You can integrate it with your own websites as well. Has everyone created their accounts on Numer.ai? You can just raise your hands. Okay, great. So after creating your account, if you go to login, you must have seen this page. Are you guys on this page? You can just unmute and say yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So when you go on build your first model, so you'll see this page come up where it will say that you can build and upload a machine learning model which will automatically submit daily predictions to Numer.ai. So now what Numer.ai does is they have done a great job in let's say, onboarding newbies to the system, since it's crowdsourced and they want more data scientists to approach and then become their members, they have streamlined the version of this very easily. So when you open this notebook, this is a pre-generated notebook in the same way in which they want their submissions to be from you. So here you will see it has all the dependencies, and then they have their own data sets. The imports are from Numer API, and you can get your Numer API since you have created your account. And as soon as you connect, you'll have this, and then you can explore the whole data set. The data set is open source, and as I was showing your peers, the leaderboard, around 544 data scientists around the world have staked, and this is the amount they have staked as of now, which translates to $6.6 million. $6.6 million came out of thin air for them by creating those models. You just have to understand the peak of this. And this is never ending. And these are the models. Here, if you switch that. So 4,400 models as of now in 544 data scientists. So now when you have connected your virtual machine, and then now you have this, you can run all the blocks, and you just have to do this run anyway. Since it is authored by Numer.ai, so it will give you a prompt that this is not your own notebook, which is not a big deal. So yeah, so now you install all the dependencies, and I'm guessing you all are familiar with the code written over here, or does someone need help on that as well? You can just ask. Okay. So after you install all the dependencies, you'll see that data set, and which is available via the API. You can see that it is telling you that all the data is obfuscated for obvious reason, and it is also backed by major firms. You can, if you come over here in overview, you can see that their hedge fund is also there, where people can apply to invest as well, where they have, where they leverage all that data in order to give you the returns that they are getting. So this is an ever evolving field, and when you have installed all the dependencies, you can list the datasets and see here they have all the versions listed. And for each version, they have their own JSON file and their Parquet file where you train your datasets. So now the next step would be to download your datasets. So it will have all the metadata about all the datasets which is in there, and you can feature sets and groups. Basically, why it is providing you this notebook is you can download this, and you can use any AI tool as well, and you can curate your own model on this. This is the basic model which makes you understand that how you can use Numer AI's offerings. जैसे तुम्हें पता लग जाना चाहिए कि मैं अगर यहाँ से एक डेटा सेट डाउनलोड कर रहा हूँ, तो हाउ आई कैन यूज दैट डेटा फर्दर इन माई ओन मॉडल, rather देन कि मैं इनका ही सिर्फ कॉपी करूँ. एंड यू कैन जस्ट गो ओवर देयर एंड सी द लीडर बोर्ड, एंड यू कैन चूज विच वन यू वांट टू वर्क अपॉन, एंड उस हिसाब से भी यू कैन डू दैट. आफ्टर डाउनलोडिंग दिस, you can see the medium feature set. Here they have mentioned. So now what is the PE ratio versus analyst ratings? This is the price and equity ratio, and the analyst ratings will be there कि तुम्हें किस हिसाब से, like if I had to explain you, if nobody has any finance knowledge, just know that कि the price that you buy something, and then the price that it should be priced at, the value of it, and that ratio versus the analyst rating at how much that he has rated it, if that something, if that thing is that valuable or not. तो उसका जो फीचर सेट है इनके पास, दैट इज डिवाइडेड इनटू स्मॉल, मीडियम एंड ऑल. ऑल मीन्स इट विल कंटेन एवरीथिंग दैट हैज बीन क्रिएटेड इन स्मॉल एंड मीडियम. सो यू नीड टू चूज कि तुम्हें कौन से डेटा सेट में से कौन सा फीचर चाहिए. एंड देन Here they are choosing medium since it's the middle ground. So the data set is around 2.5 gigabytes. So it will take, I don't think so much time since we are using the VM's uh, internet connection. And then there you'll see the training ensemble, and this is obfuscated. This is the data which you saw on the home page of Numer.ai, which is this. So the data is the most impactful thing over here, which you are getting for free and which is open source. Obfuscation doesn't matter since we don't need to know anyways where this is coming from. So you can use that and you can make your own models. You can create your own models and you can stake it. Even if you don't stake it with real money, you can stake it with paper money. And that is also a big thing because at the end, people need the data at how your streaming logs are getting there, at how your features are getting there, how it is the collectiveness, how it is getting the ID, the era, the target, the features. So you need to make sure that your efficiency is the highest. And whose that is highest, you'll see that they are listed on the leaderboard. So now once the feature set is downloaded, you can just train. So you can make a copy of this notebook and you can make your own version, and this will show you the plot of per rows per era, and then you need to get the target. So see, the target is a measure of stock market returns over the next 20 business days. Specifically, it is a measure of stock specific returns that are not explained by well-known factors. Now, what are well-known factors? Well-known factors are something like market influences, political news, or trends in the market, which affects countries or markets or any sector. For example, if Apple went up and the tech sector also went up, we only want to know if Apple went up more or less than that the tech sector. So that ratio also defines how your model should perform. So it is that niche of a number. So target values are binned in five unequal bins. You'll learn about that more if you learn data science. And then the heavy regularization of target values is to avoid the overfitting. Overfitting is something that you're oversimplifying, over explanatory, over nitpicking for the model. So it gets confused. So you don't have to do that as well. So this is the histogram of the target in which we have trained on the target data, which is of 2.5 gigabytes, the medium one. If we haven't touched the small and the all feature data set. So you can do that as well on your own. You can choose to go with all. So now this data is for the equal bins and the middle data. And this is modeling. So model training, here it is the important part which you have to do on your own. This should be your own model, which you can take guidance from Rana sir or you can take from anyone else. In this case, Rana sir would be the perfect match since he'll be telling you about all of this. So yeah, you can now train your model and see you're using the free to use any framework, but we are using here the LGBM regressor. You can use anyone. You can use LangGraph. You can use any which you are more familiar with. But here they are using LGBM regressor. So this won't take much time. So while it is doing this, until now, what questions do we have, guys? You can ask, and I can explain it more, maybe. Either you can unmute or you can type.
Yes, class, please go ahead. ये अपॉर्चुनिटी बार बार नहीं मिलती आपको.
Sir, have you any suggestion for playlist which we can see for having basic market knowledge?
हाँ ठीक है, मैं बच्चों के साथ शेयर कर दूंगा।
Okay, we are
सो क्ला
creating models that will help us take NMR in the real world. Yeah, creating models that will help us take NMR in the real world market is just one of the things that you can do with your models. It is not just about NMR. I will share that in the end of the session or by the end of the session. So yes, you are partially correct. Anyone else?
और आई वुड लाइक टू ऐड वन मोर थिंग। इट इज जस्ट सिमिलर टू कैगल। सो जैसे थोड़ा बहुत किसी को अगर आइडिया है कैगल क्या है, तो डेटा साइंस का वो प्लेटफॉर्म है। सो वहाँ पे यू नीड टू क्रिएट मॉडल्स, सबमिशन करो लीडर बोर्ड पे, ट्रेनिंग टेस्टिंग डेटा अलग अलग होता है। तो वही प्लेटफॉर्म, सिमिलर टाइप का प्लेटफॉर्म यही है, बट दिस इज मोर चैलेंजिंग बिकॉज यहाँ पे रियल मनी लगी हुई है और हाई स्टेक्स हैं, काफ़ी ज़्यादा यहाँ पे पैसा है। सो आप सभी से रिक्वेस्ट है कि दोज हु आर इनटू कम इनटू द इन दिस डोमेन, फर्स्ट एक्सपर्टीज करिए कि अपने मॉडल बिल्डिंग पे, मॉडल के पैरामीटर को कैसे ट्यून किया जाता है, कैसे परफॉर्मेंस इंप्रूव की जाती है, कैसे फीचर इंजीनियरिंग की जाती है। आफ्टर दैट यू शुड प्ले ऑन कैगल एंड देन यू कैन डायरेक्टली मूव टू यहाँ पर। तो कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है। एंड जैसा मैंने टाइटल में मेंशन किया था, इफ़ यू आर डैम सीरियस अबाउट डेटा साइंस में मुझे एक्सपर्ट बनना है, तो 6 से 8 महीने में यू कैन बी अ बिलीनियर। एटलीस्ट बिलियन नहीं, मिलियनियर तो बन ही सकते हो यार आप। रियान, कुछ और ऐड करना चाहोगे?
ये सर, जैसा कि सर कह रहे हैं एंड इट इज ट्रू बिकॉज जब मुझे नहीं भी पता था अबाउट न्यूमर एआई, देयर वाज समथिंग दैट आई वाज वर्किंग ऑन एंड सर नोज अबाउट दैट। तो आई हैव सिंस टेकन डाउन दैट प्रोजेक्ट ड्यू टू स्केलिंग रिस्ट्रिक्शंस, कि उसको स्केल करना कितना मुश्किल हो रहा था। सो बेसिकली आई वाज रनिंग माय ओन arena kind of, you can say, and उसमें I had staked real cryptocurrencies rather than the NMR which you are seeing here. So I had around 8 cryptocurrencies. So there I had made eight models which are eight LLMs, and LLMs which you know, that DeepSeek R1, Quen, Mistral. So all the open source models, I created their own data, their own market parameters, their own uh, trading techniques, and then I deployed them, eight of them simultaneously. So they did $10,000 in, I guess, 7 hours. And the thing that I was telling you about Bybit, that is the terminal that allows you to test your strategies. So you can do that as well. And yeah, the money is real and you can do that. There's this thing called paper money and there's this thing called real money. Paper money is something which you give models or you give people, or you can even ask a trader if you know someone close by that what is paper money. So paper money is something जो आप टेस्ट करते हो जिस पे ट्रेडिंग करना, कि it is not real money but it lets you trade with that in the terminal on live data, and you can see how much profit you will get in the same kind of setup. So the backend is paused for now, but this is my version of Numer AI where I don't take any submissions or as such. But yeah, here is where I used to trade on these many coins. And these are all, this is live, but yeah, the backend is since paused. I guess I shut it down 2 days back. So yeah, I'll put this up again sometime in the future, maybe in the next week or so. For now, it is closed. But yeah, four models were running, and the last data which I pulled from here was we were sitting at about $250,000 in four models. Four models were competing to get ahead towards $1 million, and they did in 32 days. The profit margin was $251,000, and they all started from 10. So each of the model had $10,000, and you can say collectively they had 30. And by the end of 32 days, they got to the point of $250,000. So yeah, if you train well, if you have the data, if you do it well, so you can get towards there with real money. And I have that data from my models, so I can sell that as well to any to the highest bidder, or I can submit it to somewhere for open source. So you just need to get into it and you need to start somewhere. If you have the interest in data science, or if you just have that passion to make money. So yeah, what was your ideology behind creating these models and how did you get the data? See, data is something which you can get anywhere, right? So yeah, sounds crazy. Even I was surprised that we got to the point over there. I may have some screenshots if I in the initial days when I took some screenshots. Yeah. So this was when I started. So yeah, here you can see in 176 trades, Mistral was on the top and it did $12,000. And this is, I guess, 2 days after I deployed this. And here are the live trades that were going on. And this is the leaderboard which I made. And here you can see all the models that I deployed. No, Ikansh, this is not real money, but it is a one-to-one replica. If I would have had $10,000 at that point of time, I would have been making this much money. So yes, this is as real as it gets. And this is on a live trading terminal, which was integrated by Bybit, which I showed you. I'll show you again. Here you can get a test terminal and it's just an API key and you can integrate with your own software and it lets you, yes, paper money on a demo account. But my account was not demo, only the paper money part was. And I can upload any kind of strategy over there and it can trade. The whole thing about the whole interesting part about this is it is autonomous. I don't have to input anything. I don't have to feed it anything and it does all of this on its own. So in 1080 trades, we had the average win rate of 11.3% and total equity came $222,000. And this was a single model which made $32,000. So collectively among eight, they had 122. And then I shrink down the number from eight to four since I didn't need so much noise. Noise is when many models start streaming their logs too much and then they start to hallucinate. So many to reduce that, I shrink down the model's number from eight to four, and then I attained the number of $250,000, which is a quarter of $1 million. Here it is the charts, which were live as well. When you go to my website now, it won't show. It will say that there is no historical data since I took down the backend. So it used to show all the data which you're seeing in this screenshot. And this was a world index. And since the backend is not there, it won't show you anymore. But yeah, if I'll upload it, if I'll make it live again, I'll update Rana sir, so he'll tell you guys about it. So yeah, these were all the models, and these are the learning curves. They all started from 10. Some made losses, some made huge profits, and this was the live tab of live trades that were going on. So you can achieve this as well from your learnings from this one. What do you call it? Numer.ai. And these are the code files, by the way. So yes, you can explore, you can commit to it, and then you can implement it in the real world. And you can do the scoring functions, and then you have to compute the pre-era. And sir, have you shared the slides with them?
नहीं नहीं, स्लाइड अभी कुछ नहीं किया मैंने.
Okay, okay.
तुम इनको शोकेस कर सकते हो and फिर मैं I will share with them.
Mm-hmm. So this is the presentation, guys. How many of you are familiar with what is quant? Anyone can answer. Okay. So quant is someone, let's just wake you guys up by saying that quant is the highest paid position in all of the world. Financial market will basic background. It depends, Karman, if that is how it is pronounced. It depends on what do you want to pursue in finance. The finance is just a very broad term. You need to be very specific where you want to head in order to get a roadmap or in order to decide how you want to tread. So quant is basically where only IITians get hired, and you can say that most of them are very high paying firms. Some that come to mind are Jane Street. I don't think even if you have heard about that. Some firms pay up to 7 CR per annum for freshers. It is for freshers, by the way. So you can get into those if you have really uh, great knowledge about data science, and hedge funds are there to like pay out monthly like insane amounts. So you need to know about them. And अभी जैसे तुम न्यूमर एआई देख रहे हो, this is the hedge fund where they're all sitting, and it is managing the capital of 400 million plus dollars. Okay. And here you are, part of the triangle where you are generating signals, your prediction ranks, but you don't have any trading logic, right? You're just doing these two. So your models get towards here and staking towards here. So the skin in the game just proves that you are giving them that trustless validation, where you are just training your data over and over and over again, where your model is getting good and good and good. And as you saw in the leaderboard, people climb from below. So I would very much want that you guys are completing your notebooks and at least making your first submission, since 2026 cycle would start, and you guys must have a single submission, and seeing yourself on the leaderboard is nice, right? Since, like, of course you will be starting from below, but eventually if you take it seriously, you can be at least in the top hundreds, if not more. So try to be on the first page in, let's say, a year. Take a year. Give yourself a year and at least try to reach the first page where we don't have to load more to see your name. Give yourself a target. And here you can see your own stake, since this is my own demo account. So I haven't staked anything. But yeah, you can do this. You can. I would want you all to look, I would advise you all to take this way more seriously than going towards my way. My way is more like tinkering, engineering, and then finding out features. This is more of a structured way. Like तुम इसको फॉलो करोगे तो ये तुम्हें एक स्ट्रक्चर में अप्रोच सिखाएगा कि तुम कैसे इसमें आगे बढ़ सकते हो, इसमें क्या क्या चीज़ें तुम्हें सीखने मिलेंगी, एंड देन तुम इसके प्रोजेक्ट्स बना के यू कैन यूज इट इन योर कैप्स्टोन। तुम उसको कैप्स्टोन में भी बना सकते हो, तुम अपना खुद का एक न्यूमर एआई शुरू कर सकते हो, where you are not just taking NMR, you are taking the natural cryptocurrencies which is out there. तुम उसमें देख लो। तो इट इज़ नॉट रियली नेसेसरी कि तुम्हें सिर्फ इसमें जाना है, बट अगर इसमें जा रहे हो, सी दिस इज द 2026 सीजन, तो तुम्हें 20 स्टेट सबमिशन करने हैं अंटिल 31 दिसंबर 2026, ताकि तुम क्वालिफाई कर पाओ। सो वन NMR आई डोंट थिंक इज मच, इट्स जस्ट $10। तो एक हफ्ते जल्दी मत जाना, सो इट विल बी कवर्ड। बाकी उसके बाद 20 स्टेट सबमिशंस विच नीड्स टू बी ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल टू 1 NMR। तो ये तुम देख लो हर महीने कितने बचाने होंगे तुम्हें, बट यू नीड टू बी सीरियस। ऐसा नहीं है कि भैया ने बोल दिया कि 1 NMR लगाने हैं तो लगाए जा रहे हैं लेकिन मॉडल कुछ नहीं कर रहा है। तो you need to be training them enough so that they get there. तो उस हिसाब से यहाँ पे तुम्हें डेटा मिल जाएगा. सो एवरीथिंग हियर इज स्पून फीडेड properly. You'll get structured data and you can explore this. You can bookmark this one. यहाँ पे तुम्हें इसके सारे एग्जाम्पल स्क्रिप्ट्स मिल जाएंगे कि कैसे कैसे तुम्हें क्रिएट करने हैं अपने मॉडल्स को, उसके बाद उन्हें फीचर्स देने हैं, उसके बाद क्या उनका टारगेट होना चाहिए, एंड तुम्हें फिर मॉडल को अपलोड करना है. एंड आई वुड मेक यू अपलोड योर मॉडल अभी ही. तो when you have run this, you need to run this. So it will download all the live features, and then here you have to upload your model. So to participate in the tournament, you must submit live predictions every Tuesday to Saturday. To automate this process, so yes, I have automated my process in my main account, and this account is just created for demonstration purposes, so it is not showing any submissions, but I have participated in around 12 to 13 rounds as of now, and all of my models have succeeded. They run checks, by the way. ये checks run करेंगे आपके models पर कि are they even fit to run in the ensemble or not. तो आपको उसका भी ध्यान रखना है कि they need to be एटलीस्ट पिक्चर परफेक्ट कि वो रन हो सके एंड दे आर नॉट गिविंग आउट एनी एरर्स. उसके बाद व्हेन यू रन ऑल दीज क्लाउड पिकल लाइब्रेरीज एंड this file will be downloaded, hello numer.ai.pkl. So you need to, and as you're seeing, this one number is that shows that I have already done this. So you need to upload this, where you have to go here back to the tutorial, and here it will show you how to upload. So since we have run the example notebook, you need to upload the model, and you can choose your model from there and you can upload it over here. So it will give you congratulations on your first submission. I'm not doing that since it will mess with my ratings, but yes, you need to do this to get your first submission batch. Okay. And here are the tournaments where you can choose where you want to perform or where you want to compete. So in crypto, there are 104 scientists. In Numer.ai, there are 544, and in Signals, there are 102 scientists. So what is the difference between all these three? Numer AI is the whole of, जैसे सुपर सेट हो गया ये पूरी चीज़ों का, पूरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का, वेयर सारे चीज़ों पर ट्रेन हो रहे हैं इनके मॉडल्स. सिग्नल्स में आते हैं आपके. सिग्नल्स इज द सेम एग्जांपल जो वो एप्पल वाला था कि इफ एप्पल इज गोइंग अप एंड द होल टेक सेक्टर इज गोइंग अप, व्हाट वेंट मोर. तो कौन सी चीज़ें कब ऊपर जा रही हैं कब नीचे जा रही हैं, दोज आर कॉल्ड सिग्नल्स. तो उन सिग्नल्स पे 102 साइंटिस्ट हैव स्टेक्ड देयर मनी, एंड मोर ऑफ देम हैव नॉट स्टेक्ड मनी बट दे हैव स्टेक्ड देयर मॉडल्स. तो उनका डेटा वहाँ पे पाइपलाइन में जा रहा है. एंड सेम विद क्रिप्टो. क्रिप्टो में इन्होंने बेस में पूरे मॉडल्स में सारे करेंसीज कवर किए हैं, बट दे हैव पुट एट स्टेक NMR. Their average return is higher since there are more coins involved. So you can go over there, you can see. I hope everybody has uploaded their first model, that .pkl file. If you have done that, you can raise your hand and you can unmute your mic and tell me. Okay, great. Using stats and maths to analyze finance market. Um, See, Rahul, you can unmute and you can talk to me if you want. There's no issue.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, Priya.
Mm-hmm. You were talking
It
about
was
stats.
just कि आपने पूछा था ना कि आपको मतलब हमें क्या पता है क्वांट के बारे में. I
Mm-hmm.
just had ये definition वाला थोड़ा सा idea तो बता रहा था.
Okay, okay. So,
Yes.
are you interested in that, or do you just know about it?
Like हाई स्कूल में थोड़ा बहुत फ्रेंड्स के साथ एक्सप्लोर करा था कभी,
Mm-hmm.
तो थोड़ा सा कितना सही पता था.
Okay, okay. You can, and this is for everyone. You can just go on Google and you can see Jane Street is one of the major quant companies around, or like all over the world, and it manages hell of a lot money. Then you must have heard about Jane Street is there, JP Morgan is there, So you can see all of those. You can check them out. You can see how much they pay. You can check it out on LinkedIn. Quant roles are heavenly packages out there, and this is how you get into that. This is the steps, or let's say basic steps of how you get into here. And you can see how many commas they need in order to tell you that how much they are paying data scientists just for their सी डेटा इज एवरीथिंग. अगर मैं वो प्लेटफॉर्म बंद कर रहा हूँ जो मेरा था, एंड बाय द वे QTRL जो नाम है दैट स्टैंड्स फॉर क्वांट कंट्रोल. सो अगर मैं वो प्लेटफॉर्म बंद भी कर रहा हूँ एंड आई हैव ऑल ऑफ दैट डेटा स्टोर्ड, सो तुम्हें डिसाइड करना है कि व्हाट यू नीड टू डू. उस डेटा को आई कैन सेल, or I can use it furthermore, or I can make another model and then I can train them upon combined data of 8 plus for 12 models. तो उसमें स्ट्रीमिंग लॉग्स से लेकर ईग्रेस से लेकर सारी चीज़ें हैं कि वाई दे चोज टू मेक दैट ट्रेड, और वाई दे इवन स्टॉप्ड देमसेल्व्स. तो उसमें सारी चीज़ें हैं. सो यू नीड टू बी वेरी निट पिकिंग ऑफ तुम्हें क्यों ये चीज़ करनी है, और वाई योर मॉडल शुड बी डूइंग दैट. तो इफ़ वी कम बैक ओवर हियर, एंड देन दिस इज हाउ यू फॉल इनटू द डेटा सेट एरा, कि तुम्हें कैसे फेथ में, और उसके बाद दिस इज द इटरेशन वेयर वी वर सीइंग कि उन्होंने बताया था कि सारे वर्जन्स अवेलेबल हैं. सो दिस इज वेयर वी आर स्टैंडिंग करेंटली, विच इज 5.2. So this we have already seen. And the format is where if you'll download any kind of data set from there, so you'll see all of them are in .paraquet format. So why this is more standard, and why CSV, we are moving away from CSV. This is the comparison कि इसमें मोर स्ट्रक्चर्ड डेटा होता है. दिस इज मोर स्कीमा इन्फोर्स्ड. दिस इज वेरी स्मॉल. दिस इज नॉट ब्लोटेड. एंड इट्स रीड स्पीड इज वेरी फास्ट. तो ये सारी चीज़ें तुम्हें जानने को मिलेंगी. द अटोमिक यूनिट, वाई दे हैव लेफ्ट. सो इन्होंने ये भी टर्म यूज़ किया है कि ये एक फेज को फेज नहीं बुलाते हैं, दे कॉल इट एन एरा. कि इफ दे आर मूविंग पास्ट सम फेज, दे जस्ट कॉल इट एन एरा, कि इन्होंने एक पूरी सदी छोड़ दी है पीछे. So they are very fast moving, since cryptocurrency is also a very fast moving market. So you can see why they're obfuscating data and why it is non-stationary. Then the environment and ingestion, you can see this code on the website as well. This is on the home page, why they're using and what are the imports, how they have used the feature metadata, the small feature set, or all feature set, or the medium feature set. And then they have optimized the packet read. So you never have to read the full file blindly, which I was telling you about, कि उन्होंने मीडियम यूज़ किया तो तुम ऑल भी यूज़ कर सकते हो. तुम उसमें कॉलम सेलेक्ट कर सकते हो कि तुम्हें क्या करना है. तो तुम गूगल कोलैब यूज़ कर सकते हो आराम से. यू डोंट नीड योर ओन हार्डवेयर टू रन दीज. एंड देन किस हिसाब से तुम कौन सा प्रोसेसिंग यूज़ कर रहे हो, इट इज़ ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि मेमोरी एफिशिएंट होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि कोलैब ऑल्सो किक्स यू आउट इफ़ यू आर डूइंग समथिंग that takes much more time, which is their idle time, let's say restriction. तो वो तुम्हें kick out कर सकते हैं कि this type of code is not allowed to run on Collab, because everybody will start mining crypto or doing something else. तो you need to mind that also. तो उस हिसाब से तुम्हें डाउन सैम्पलिंग भी करनी होगी. तो I'll share this slide with sir. तो सर आप इन्हें दे दीजिएगा. So you
ठीक है,
can
ठीक
see
है.
that. And then the engine, which we were talking about, the light GPM, this was around in seventh or sixth point. तो तुम इसके बारे में पढ़ना कि why it is forcing the model to form trees rather than just ensemble. तो इन्होंने जिस हिसाब से चूज किए हैं फ्रेमवर्क्स, एंड जिस हिसाब से इन्होंने अपने एग्जाम्पल नोटबुक्स को बनाया है, इट इज़ बेटर कि तुम उसे फॉलो करो rather than मेकिंग योर ओन पाथ इनिशियली. उसके बाद when you learn how they are doing what they are doing, you can start making your own decisions. And this is the validation trap, where it will also, अगर तुम स्टेक करते हो and then you are profitable, so it will give you an embargo कि आप वो चीज़ें पब्लिक नॉलेज में नहीं कर सकते हो तुरंत इंट्रोड्यूस, बिकॉज इट इज़ देयर ओन प्रोप्राइटरी डेटा, सिंस यू आर स्टेकिंग देयर ओन करेंसी इन देयर ओन मार्केट. तो आपको उसका भी ध्यान रखना है. सो this is it for this session, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys are all quants in the future since you have uploaded your first model on Numer.ai, and I hope to see you on this leaderboard very soon. And I wish you surpass me somehow in the near future. Any questions? I'm open to it.
Thanks, Ryan. So I would like to ask very first question. कितने टाइम
Yes,
से
sir.
तुम काम कर रहे हो उस पे?
कुछ मंथ्स सर, मतलब टाइम क्रिप्टो में तो काफी हो गया. आई वॉज इन्वॉल्व इन क्रिप्टो सिंस कॉलेज,
हम्म,
बट AI and mixing those things that have been quite a few months.
ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे काफ़ी सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं. सो दे ऑल्सो वांट टू स्टार्ट देयर जर्नी.
Yes, sir.
तो इनको क्या सजेस्ट करोगे? क्योंकि अभी कुछ फर्स्ट ईयर में है, कुछ सेकेंड ईयर में, कुछ थर्ड ईयर में है. और बीइंग
Okay.
एज अ स्टूडेंट ऑफ थापर, यू नो वेरी वेल कि एवरीबॉडी इज सीजी के पीछे भागते हैं.
जी.
तो तुम्हारा सजेशन क्या रहेगा?
क्लासिक थापर है ये चीज. तो अगर आप सीजी के पीछे भाग रहे हो एंड देन यू आर रनिंग टू सर की सर मेरी जॉब कैसे लगेगी. सो कमिंग फ्रॉम द सेम एक्सपीरियंस आई कैन टेल यू कि कुछ नहीं रखा है उसमें. मैनी पीपल विल टेल यू कि हाँ उसमें रखा है. यू नीड टू अचीव अ सर्टेन अमाउंट एंड विच इज़ ऑल्सो गुड. इतना स्ट्रगल भी नहीं करना चाहिए फॉर बेसिक नेसेसिटीज. तो वो कर रहे हो तो ठीक है. एंड फर्दर बीइंग फॉलोइंग योर इंटरेस्ट और फिर जिस फील्ड में तुम्हें जाना है, द बेस्ट थिंग यू कैन डू इज बाय जस्ट स्टार्ट स्टार्ट डूइंग इट. तुम अगर इन चीज़ों के पीछे पड़ रहे हो ना कि मुझे कोई आके एकदम से बता देगा और मेरी चीज़ें सॉर्ट हो जाएंगी, ये नहीं होने वाला है. यू नीड टू स्टार्ट समवेयर. तुम ऐसे सोचो कि मैं जीरो पे हूं तो सारे जीरो पे हैं मेरे साथ इस फील्ड में. एंड अगर मैं 0.1 भी हो रहा हूं सो आई एम ऑलरेडी अहेड ऑफ द क्राउड. तो यू नीड टू जस्ट मेक दैट डिसीजन एंड दैट डिसीजन विल मेक द डिफरेंस व्हेन इट विल कंपाउंड डे बाय डे. जब बाकी लोग कुछ नहीं कर रहे होंगे एंड तुम कर रहे होगे अपनी ही फील्ड में, भले ही उसमें किसी को नहीं आना हो, इट डजेंट मैटर. यू नीड टू डू इट फॉर योर सेल्फ एंड यू जस्ट नीड टू स्टार्ट. So this is my only advice because that got me here where I am.
ग्रेट, ग्रेट. क्लास, दिस इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड गुड सजेशन. बिकॉज क्या होता है कि आप लोग जो लोग बोल रहे हैं वो कर रहे हो. इट्स ओके, स्टार्टिंग में कंफ्यूजन रहता है. बट एट एनी अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम यू नीड टू पिन डाउन कि भाई मुझे इस एरिया में, डोमेन में काम करना है. सो आप सभी से मैं सजेशन देता हूँ कि प्लीज़ इंटरेक्ट विद योर सीनियर्स. उनसे पूछो कि क्या करना है, कैसे करना है. एंड डोंट वेस्ट योर टाइम. क्योंकि ये बीटेक कब आपकी कंप्लीट हो जाएगी आपको भी नहीं पता लगेगा. क्यों रियान?
Yes,
पता
sir.
लगा?
नहीं sir. See, you won't even realize कि yesterday you were attending your session and next day you are handing your degree to Rana sir कि सर एक फोटो ले लेते हैं साथ में. So you won't even realize. और you won't even realize कि सर फिर बोल रहे होंगे कि ये तो 33 लाख की रिसीट है to your degree.
नहीं, इट्स गुड. सो क्लास, अभी ये जो सेशन है इसको हम क्लोज नहीं करेंगे. इसकी हम एक कोर टीम बनाएंगे. एंड रियान विल लीड दिस टीम. एंड एक क्लोज ग्रुप बनाएंगे हम, इसमें डेडिकेटेड बंदे ही हम उसमें रखेंगे. एंड मैं चाहता हूँ कि यहाँ से कम से कम 20-25 बंदे निकले और करोड़पति बन जाए जब तक उनकी डिग्री कंप्लीट होने से पहले. तो रियान, ये पॉसिबल है क्या?
हाँ सर, अगर सारे काम करने लगते हैं तो पॉसिबल है.
हाँ. तो
एंड इफ
रियान.
यू गाइज नीड एनी मोटिवेशन आई जस्ट टेल यू दिस. जो मैं तुम्हें अपना प्लेटफॉर्म दिखा रहा था, आई डोंट हैव एनी ऐसे हाई एंड मशीनरी, या फिर जब मैं बना रहा था तो मेरे पास ऐसा कुछ हो कि वेर आई कैन होस्ट इट. मैं अपने ही लैपटॉप पे बना रहा था, जो मेरा बीटेक वाला लैपटॉप था जिसमें मैं खराबी भी हो गई, बैटरी पूरा शॉर्ट आउट हो गया. उसमें का एक फैन निकला हुआ है गाइस. तो मेरा लैपटॉप ऑलमोस्ट लंगड़ा है एट दिस पॉइंट. तो उस पर मैंने रन किया था. सो या स्केलिंग कंस्ट्रेंट्स थे तो आई टुक दैट डाउन, बट या डेटा इज स्टिल देयर, आई कैन रिज्यूम इट स्टिल. सो द की पॉइंट हियर इज कि यू जस्ट नीड टू स्टार्ट. You need to start somewhere. You need to use all the free alternatives out there. GitHub student developer pack है, उसको use करो. Take advice from sir, take advice from me. I'm always on call. तो do it, just start doing it and you will reach somewhere, if not anywhere. So it's better to be डायरेक्शनलेस देन जस्ट टू स्टार्ट समवेयर, कि तुम्हें पता है कि हाँ मुझे ये करना है एंड व्हाट डू आई नीड टू डू। तो फर्स्ट स्टेप अगर करोगे ना तो ऑलरेडी पाथ क्लियर हो जाता है।
गॉट इट। सो सेशन को क्लोज करते हैं। सो रियान, थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक्स फॉर योर
थैंक यू
टाइम।
सो मच सर, थैंक यू फॉर हैविंग मी।
और किसी को कोई भी इशू है, टीम हम इसकी बनाएंगे, एंड इफ़ यू वांट कि पर्सनली मुझसे मिलना है तो यू कैन मीट मी, एंड देन उस कोर टीम को हम आगे लगाएंगे। वी डोंट नीड द क्राउड, वी नीड ओनली डेडिकेटेड एंड हार्ड वर्किंग स्टूडेंट्स कि जो डेली बेसिस पे काम कर पाए। ठीक है फिर, थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू एवरीवन, थैंक यू फॉर योर टाइम।
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर, गुड नाइट
ओके,
एवरीवन। ओके सर,
बाय बाय।
हैव अ ग्रेट